digital era, the variety of slang words continues to expand. Even in English, there are slang terms such as BTW, OTW, story, and like, and many more. However, this type of slang is often missed. Many people use slang as an addition to negative comments on social media, and some even use it to insult others. According to A, the first thing they do when receiving a message containing slang is to try to understand it and respond accordingly. They don't want to offend the sender. However, if A still doesn't understand the message, he will ask the sender for clarification or look it up on the internet. A believes that phrases like fallback dong or banyak yang like nih seem to be common in the digital era. However, in A's opinion, using such phrases in an appropriate situation can lead to different interpretation or even negative connotation. For the reason, A uses the phrase banyak yang like nih in a supportive manner. According to A, it is important to be cautious when using slang on media social. This is to ensure that others' feelings are respected. It states if you want to live peacefully without many problems, start with how we treat others and our beliefs. However, A admits that they don't always practice this themselves. A sees some advantages in using slang, such as understanding others who use it and saving time when typing or speaking. However, there are also significant drawbacks, as slang can be misused, potentially leading to a disappointment.
In here that we not explain about someone name, but we're gonna make it like initial now. So according to the Z, the first thing that when receive a message containing slang is that sender must be quiet, close to them. And then the CS believe that language used in conversation is influenced by that habit. And then as a human, we tend to adapt the speaking style of others in digital area. Social media make it even easier for the people to mimic or adapt commonly used language. According to this, that everyone may have a different opinion when responding a comment. Therefore, it is important to mindful our words to making others feel comfortable or offended. And then this one the benefit of using the slang as improvement in understanding English, particularly through the use of observation or maybe short forms. The more frequent slang is used, to be better of understanding of this word. However, on other hand, being too accustomed to slang might be difficult or feel awkward when switch to a more formal language in professional or maybe search term.
Uh, we continue to the explanation according to K in this explanation. So, according to K, as a part of Generation Z, using words like lol, betaway, like, or story in chats with friends make conversation feel more and easier to understand. These terms are already commonly used among Gen Z, making communication faster and more efficient. Kay believed that terms that originally appeared only on social media will gradually become part of everyday conversation. As generation become more familiar with the technology, new terms have the potential to replace older ones that were previously used. So according to K, we need to be conscious when using slang on social media, especially because we may be communicating with people where we don't know. Additionally, some people may consider the use of trendy slang improve in certain situation. So the case states that one of the advantages of using slang is uh, that it can expand vocabulary with shorter and easier to understand words, especially among social media users. However, the downside is that become too accustomed to slang may make it difficult to use formal language in situations that require politeness. So Kay also mentioned that they initially felt uncomfortable when first encountering slang on social media. At the time, they were not very familiar with the social media word and trending slang, which often made them feel left out in conversation with their
According to the
friends.
B, chat can contain words like by the way, LOL, or maybe ES, or maybe another slang words that indicate that person using them has a relaxed and fun attitude in communication. Also, it's really interesting to them when they use that language. I mean slang language. And also, sis believe that social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and another social media can influence the way they speak and write in English, or maybe for their daily life. And then also this is because social media and has a significant impact on daily life, including the language we frequently use. And also it's really important to be cautious when using slang, because sometimes it can be harmful or maybe make people uncomfortable, or maybe they feel like we are rude for them. And also that has a different meaning and intention depending on the context that what we talking to them. Because for example, if you were from America, when you say something rude like hey bitch, is this normal for them when they call their close friend like that. But meanwhile in Indonesia, if we call that things was really harmful or maybe rude, or maybe in another country also the same way. But yeah, every culture and every country will be has a different meaning and different context what they thinking. And also if we use inappropriate slang can be misunderstanding or make other feels uncomfortable, like what I said before.
So, the conclusion is everyday existence is influenced by both language and culture. So, as scientists, ideals, custom, and ways of thinking are reflective in its language, which serve as a medium for communication as well. People communicate custom, express cultural identity, and maintain a through language. More therefore, language use, including word choice, idioms, and communication style, is influenced by culture. For example, more sophisticated and respectful language is typically utilized in societies that place a great importance on politeness. On other hand, language is frequently more straightforward and informal in more laid-back societies. So, understanding how language and culture interact in daily life facilitates better communication and appreciate in a few points and the development of cordial social bonds. People may foster a welcoming and tolerant atmosphere by handling linguistic and cultural variety. So that's all. Thank you.